Hello, chat. It is me, the guy that does things sometimes, occasionally. So, to start this off, the question I've asked myself, and I'll get into why and everything that's been going on recently, but the question I've asked myself is, how do you cope with feeling like you missed out on growing up and your childhood? Something like that. That's the question. I don't have a script, if you couldn't tell. But how did I come to ask myself this question? Some backstory. I am nightly, or not nightly, I guess. Bit weird. I am currently 22 years old. I, um, I did not get to have my senior year at high school because of COVID-19. Instead, I went through homeschooling and dual enrolled at a local community college. That is, part of my education. Because of that senior year, I did not get to go have graduation with all of my friends and classmates because of COVID-19 and not getting my senior year. I did not get to have friends or classmates that I knew. I didn't get that at all. Not to mention, there's quite a few classes I missed out on as well that I really wanted to take, but that's neither here nor there. The reason I bring this up is because at the time, I didn't really care. It didn't really affect me. I was already a decently isolated person by that time. Um, but looking back, it really fucked me up royally. But recently, I decided to go look at Facebook to look at some of my old friends and classmates' profiles and stuff, just to see, how are they doing and what are they up to and that kind of stuff. I think that's a relatively normal thing to do. And I see a lot of my old friends and old classmates and stuff. They're, getting married, getting into relationships. I think I've seen one or two or a few of them are even starting families. And I'm sitting here at home thinking, what am I doing? These people out here having, an actual life, and I'm slaving away 6 days a week at work for fucking $12.50 an hour. Is that really what I'm doing with my life? And because I'm looking at that, because I see a bunch of people I knew once in my life, and because I'm on Facebook, I can scroll back for years and years and years, and I can watch my old friends and old classmates grow up again. And I realize that for the most part, I did not get very many of those experiences or opportunities that they did. I've not been the most fortunate person in my life and my upbringing. I don't really want to get too far into that stuff. At least for today's episode, I won't. But just for some examples, I know quite a few of my old classmates and old friends and stuff. They would have they would have went and stayed the night at a friend's house, or went to a friend's house to go and study together or whatever. And they would have called and texted and fun stuff like that. They would have gone to the theaters. They would have gone to go to get drinks or coffee or whatever. Everything I just listed there is something, all of it is stuff I've never gotten to do with my friends. It's something I've never really experienced in my life ever. I think I think that's really sad. And it's in part why I am such a negative and pessimistic self-hating, self-loathing, self-loathing, um, isolationist person. If you know who Angel is, you can ask them and they would probably corroborate it. Because that is simply just the truth. It is simply who I am, it is simply what I am. Because at the end of the day, I came to the realization that um, I did not get the same experience as a lot of people did. I didn't get to grow up like they did. It's almost like I don't know if I can say it's my childhood or if it's getting to grow up. I don't know which one to describe it as, but one of those or maybe something else. It's almost as if that was stolen from me. And I never got to experience that for one reason or another. It's just something I never, ever got to experience. It's stuff that I know a lot of people take for granted because it's normal for them. It's part of their everyday life. And it was never normal for me, as it never happened for me. So I want part of this video to serve just as a bit of a warning, I guess. Or just a message of cherish what you do have. Try to make as many friends as possible. Try to be as social as you can. I know a lot of people that will see this video are going to be introverts. They're going to be scared to reach out. They're going to be uncomfortable with reaching out. And I know it's a very rich coming from me, the person that fucking hates people and wants to be left alone now more than ever. But I'd recommend trying to be an extrovert. Trying to go out and make as many friends as possible and be in as many social situations as possible. You have a cool friend, maybe you want to spend more time with him, her, whatever. And say, hey, you want to go watch a movie? Go ask to go watch the fucking Backrooms or whatever the shit's in the theaters now. You see someone in real life that you like? Ask them out for coffee or something. Or to the theaters. That usually works too, I guess. I don't know. I don't do IRL stuff anymore. I don't know what works anymore. Basically what I'm trying to say is I don't think anyone should be trying to live online. Yeah, just don't live online. Um, as great as having a community online, a community of people online that you could talk to and rely on and stuff like that, as great as that is, I think that there will never be a substitution for um, real life connections with people. There's nothing will ever substitute it, you know? Um, Real life connections, real life, being able to do stuff with real people in real life, that kind of connection, that's the gold standard. That's the best thing you can get. And that's the kind of stuff you should be striving for the most. If I was not in a relationship if I was not engaged to Angel, then I would leave the community and I would try to engage with those around me more often. I would see no point in doing anything with YouTube or just the community in general. Bro, I hate this. And as for what I would, if I was to go back and do it all again, what I would do differently is I would listen to the advice I'm trying to tell all of you. Go make those friends. You see those people and you like them, try to hang out with them. If they say no, if they call you weird, so fucking what? Who the fuck cares? Doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. If that one group doesn't like you, find another group. Keep on going until you find your place. There's 8 billion people on the fucking planet. You'll find someone, some group of friends eventually. I'm gonna kill myself. What the fuck is this? Why am I so bad? On for some closing statements, I guess. Uh, I'd imagine some people would be asking, why don't I reach out to some of my friends now since I, found their accounts on Facebook. I can find the stuff relatively easily, actually. Um, they won't be able to find mine because, privacy and stuff. Like, I keep myself anonymous on social media platforms. No one will know me by not Nightly, but they will know me by my real name. So, I keep that bit anonymous. So there's that, but I could still reach out. That could still be a thing I could do. The only issue with that is that I am not taking my own advice. It's that I am scared, which makes me sound like a big hypocrite, actually. Um, but whatever. I'm not the best person to be giving advice. I'm not gonna lie about that. Because I tend to not take my own advice. I know what's best for a lot of people. I know how to navigate a lot of these situations and stuff. But when it comes to me, I cannot do it. I just can't. Too scared, too whatever. Who cares? Besides, because of all the isolation and not wanting to be around people too much anymore, if I were to try to reach out to my friends, I'd probably sound like a fucking schizo or something. Let's be completely honest here. I would not fit in with anything at all. I would come off as a complete and total weirdo whack job. Um, I don't really know where else I'm going with this. I'll probably cut out a lot of what I just said, as the tangent's going on for too long and making less and less and less sense. But if you made it this far, thank you for watching. I'd love to hear what you have to say down below in the comments, and I'll be linking a form for you to submit any questions you have or anything you want advice on or anything like that at all about literally any topic at all. That's what the channel's for. You tell me what you want me to talk about, and I'll talk about it. Anything at all. Thank you. Bye.